live on Facebook now, and now we're live on YouTube. Cool. With any luck, people can actually hear me. Never know until it's too late, and then there's some kind of streaming problems or something or other. That always happens. But today, we're going to talk about YouTube tips that I've learned in the last week or so. David, what's up? Thanks for joining, as always. I think YouTube. I think Facebook is going all right. And thanks about letting me know about the sound. You know, we're getting better over time. Today I'm going to talk about YouTube tips that I've learned or going live in general. I see some people over on Facebook too. That's really awesome. Let me know where you're from on the Facebook side. It seems to be different people often over on Facebook, so that's exciting. Tahana, Emil, and yeah, so David had a comment over there that YouTube seems to be beating Facebook pretty handily, so that's cool. I see Leo's here. Welcome. Thanks for joining up. So I think today may be a little bit of a shorter one today overall. Okay, and Tube Man, thanks. You made it to a live show. Awesome. I definitely saw some questions from you. And yeah, so it's 7 people on YouTube and only 1 on Facebook. It must be someone that's shy, so they're not saying who they are. Okay, so here's the deal. I've been doing more of these videos. I think you could tell. I've been publishing more stuff on YouTube also. Part of the reason is because I was just doing more webinars. Starting in January, I was doing more webinars. Someone in a mastermind group with me mentioned that, one of her other mastermind partners, they were doing webinars and it was really helping their course that they sell. I sell a course, and I thought, well, I'll give that a shot. It makes a little sense. And I have been basically for 2.5 years, I was saying, hey, I want to do more YouTube videos. And if you go onto the channel and you go back, you'll see some videos from a couple years ago. I think I'm wearing this exact shirt, which makes me think I need to get some more clothes maybe, or at least not wear the same thing on the YouTube videos years apart. But anyway, if you go back and scour, you'll see that I have some older videos out there, and they are, they're a little rough. I was a little more nervous. I didn't quite know what to say. Part of it is just, experience, where if I show up and do a webinar every week for, several weeks, 10 weeks in a row, you'll get a little better at it. And I've been doing these often. So I've been studying on how to do more things on YouTube and get more subscribers and more views and all the normal stuff. One interesting thing is that it follows really closely to what bloggers say. So some of the really big YouTube personalities, they'll say, oh, just put out good content and put it out often, which is exactly what bloggers said a while back. Now things have changed a little bit and they give a little bit more direct advice, but I think the very large YouTubers, not all, but a lot of the big YouTubers right now, they are people that got started maybe 3 to 5 years ago, something like that. And if you showed up, you were going to get some viewers because it was novel and new. Now it's really crowded out there. I heard some stat, I don't remember exactly what it is, but there's some astronomical number of videos added each second because people can upload from their phone. Everyone has a smartphone. Not everyone. Most people have a smartphone, and they're able to just upload on fast networks anywhere they're at. When they're on vacation, you can be in a remote spot and you can still get high-speed internet on your phone and upload this stuff. So there's an alarming amount of content being generated and uploaded every day, every minute. The point being, it's really it's pretty tough to, I guess, get noticed. But I mean, for me, right? So I started blogging in 2013, way after the blogging Wild West, I guess, was out there in like 2007, where if you just had a blog, you could probably get some followers. So I say that because I know, even though I'm getting in late, I feel like there's some stuff that I can do. And like I said, I have some tips that I've learned, and I've been watching, no surprise, other YouTube videos to figure out some of this stuff. And it's pretty interesting because there's some what seems to be like general advice: produce good content, people will find you. But really, there's a whole marketing side of this whole thing. So, and Tahana mentions that you found me through YouTube, so that's cool. And D-Card joined up, thank you. And then, let's see. Yeah, so there's a lot of like channels and a lot of videos out there, but there's a few things that I learned. So, and I'll go through these sort of fast, and then I have a little more commentary. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks for the people over on Facebook, appreciate it. So you have to remember that YouTube, the goal is to keep you on YouTube, right? They don't want you to go to any other websites. It's like Facebook. They want to show you recommended videos that you're interested in. And they do a really good job, and they can tell what you've been, watching recently. So my wife and I went to a concert a couple weeks ago, so we were watching a bunch of videos for the bands that were there. And okay, I'll tell you the bands, and everyone can sort of date themselves. I'm 38, by the way, but the show that we went to was Tesla, Poison, and Def Leppard. So who likes those bands? Let me know in the comments. And if you don't know who they are, also put that in the comments too. So we're watching a bunch of videos from like 80s like hair bands basically. So there's a whole section of like recommended videos because they know that I was watching all those videos. So anyway, I'm digressing. The goal of YouTube is to keep you on YouTube. So they want people that are creating videos that are, sort of sticky. When you start watching the video, you should, when you start watching the video, the goal is to like keep you on the video and to keep watching. So basically, if you can do that, that's good. The other part is to basically have people, I guess, stay on your videos longer and just watch longer. So it's good if you can keep them on YouTube. It's really good if you can keep them watching your videos. So basically, watch time is like one of the most important metrics. So there's watch retention also, and one day maybe we can go. Maybe I'll make a video on this, but like watch retention, or sorry, viewer retention is one of those metrics that it's good if you can keep someone on for 50% of your video, but if your videos are really short, then the total watch time may be low. So one of the big things that you can do, or most important things you can do, is have long videos. And my webinars, by the way, like yesterday, it lasted like an hour and 45 minutes, and like people, a handful of people were on there. People also watch those videos afterwards, and then they're out there. But webinars are great, and live sessions like this are great because people tend to hang on for a while, and there's a lot of interaction going back and forth, even on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So getting to it, so keep users on, keep viewers viewing. Long videos are good because even if you have a bad like retention rate and people are only spending 5 minutes on there, or sorry, a small percentage of the video, they're only watching a small percentage, it could be like 5 or 6 minutes, which is kind of a long time when you look at some of the other videos out there. Next is around sort of like the storytelling aspect and the hook. So I'm trying to get better on all of these, by the way, but this is one that I have a lot of work to do, and it's, I guess explaining a hook early on and keeping people on and engaged watching the video. So if you don't want to give away the punchline right away, but a great way to do it is to sort of preview what you're going to talk about, maybe provide some results and just proof. So that is part of it. And I try to do that with my webinars too. So if you were on the webinar yesterday about the internal linking, I showed results and a bunch of graphs and numbers and stats to show you what's possible if you implement this stuff. So, and then I'll tell you how to do it. So the results keep you interested, but you don't get the payoff until the end. So, and I mean, really in any presentation, you should probably be doing something like that anyway. Let's see. Another part is user interaction. So that's one of the reasons why I try to, ask for comments and for, the thumbs up and the likes and that sort of thing. So user interaction is good. Usually that indicates, a longer time spent on the video and or channel anyway. The next few are around SEO. So and these are, they transfer over from, the written word and written blogs and content like that. So the keyword should be in the title. You should probably put it, earlier in the title for whatever you're targeting. And then some of the other things are around using the keywords and synonyms within the description, and then to also have tags with those words also. The thing is, one, I've noticed a lot of people don't do descriptions. So if they're adding descriptions, it kind of indicates they know what the hell's going on. Or if they have descriptions that are, a few hundred words, like that's a big deal. As far as, I guess, showing that they know what they're doing. I'm not 100% sure, how much it impacts things now, because YouTube can understand what you're saying. So a couple years ago, they didn't know what you were saying. They only had like the tags, the description, and the title to go off of. But now, if you look in one of your videos and you have the closed captioning, and you go take a look at what Google thinks you said, it's really close. It's like alarmingly close, and there are some, some paid services where you can get that transcription that happens by machine, and I guess have it overlay I haven't done this, but have it overlay your video. But because YouTube can hear what you're saying, it is important to mention like YouTube tips. Like that's what I'm talking about today. So you should mention the keyword that you're actually going after, because they can hear what you're saying. Let's see. Now on the tags, I think those used to be a lot more important. I think it's probably useful to have some tags. I mean, I still see that some people are not using very many tags at all. So, and you actually have the capability to use quite a few. I think you have like 500 characters that you can use for the tags, and that's quite a bit of space. I mean, you can put a lot of tags in there. So I feel like it may be getting to a point where it's not as effective, but the fact that not as many people are using them is I would expect. Maybe there's still some value before people get, till they go overboard with tag stuffing. So the last thing that I'll mention here is when I consumed a lot of like YouTube videos with tips on this stuff. I was listening to, some people that were, big YouTubers that have, daily vlogs, and they're not really targeting anything specific. They're just making videos and they like the video aspect. There's another group that treats it a little more analytical, and then there's another group that's sort of like practitioners that are trying to teach other people, right? So when I was looking at it, I thought, hey, it'd be cool if I could do a vlog. I have like some interest. I'm probably going to do some of that, just personal video stuff, and I'll put it on this channel just because it's easier to do that than to launch another channel. And some people will watch it, which is fine. But the thing that hit me was I understand how to do keyword research, and I understand how to do it pretty well. So my thought is to combine what I know about internet marketing and blogging, and then apply that portion that I'm good at, and I know I'm pretty good at keyword research, to the YouTube side, because the level of keyword research that I get into is probably beyond what some other YouTubers are doing. So I'm not 100% sure how it's going to work out, but I do realize I should probably capitalize on my strengths and the things that I understand that maybe other people don't understand as it applies to YouTube yet, or there's not as many people doing it. And that way, I think I'll have like some advantage on it. Now, the other part is I'm doing these daily videos, right? So in a couple of weeks, when I show some of my analytics on the YouTube side, you'll see when I was doing a bunch of webinars and there was a lot of people viewing those, and then I think I took a break for a couple weeks, and then I picked it back up, started doing these daily videos. Now we only have about 10 people or so that join up on a regular basis, which I appreciate that, everyone. But then over the course of like 24 hours, people like TubeMan, that he or she or whoever is watching, about 100 people watch it over the next 24 hours. So all that adds up, and I believe I'm hoping, right, there's some critical point where I'm showing like such an upward trend. Perhaps some of my videos will rank higher in organic search within YouTube. And that's an area where, even on Niche Site Project, I don't get a ton of organic traffic, which is crazy. But I'm generally, sharing my experiences, and I'm not deliberately out there trying to rank for certain terms, which maybe I should go out and try and do that a little bit more to, have more email subscribers and blah, blah, blah. But it may be something where I look at, YouTube a little more deliberately to, pull people in, and maybe they don't know anything about internet marketing yet or niche sites, and then, they've learned about some, WordPress theme from me on some video, and then they're able to see that there's a whole other, ecosystem of people making money online. So let's see. I see some questions. So if you have any questions, let me go back to the bands. So David says you don't know who the bands are. All right. But yeah, if you have questions, let me know. Tahana says you like some old songs, but you're not familiar with the new stuff. Yeah, it turns out they don't have any new songs. They just have the old songs primarily. TubeMan. Okay, yeah, you like Megadeth and AC/DC, but okay, yeah, I know who they are too, so at least we can connect there. And Leo says Def Leppard was his favorite in high school. Yeah, Hysteria is awesome. It was such a great show too. But see, the thing is, I think our favorite band of the three, like before we went to the show, was Tesla. And I wasn't a huge fan of them until like the last year or so, which is funny because they've been around for like almost 30 years. But they kind of have like more of the sound that I like, a little more like Led Zeppelin-ish, and I don't know, I just like them a little bit better, and I was learning a few of their songs, so I was really pumped to hopefully hear some of those songs. So they played a few, but Poison was awesome. Poison, like, they just have such a good stage presence, and they have a really good time. So it was kind of funny. And then Def Leppard, they were really good, but they were kind of like all business, a little quiet, and they were just going through, not going through the motions, but it was it was less inspired, I would say. So okay, so we're spitting out ages here. So some people were Leo's 44, Tahana's 27, D Card's 19. Okay, so we got a nice spread here. TubeMan asks, you use a lot of YouTube videos on your affiliate sites. Is it worthwhile? Yeah, it is worthwhile. You embed them in the pages. I highly recommend that. I put YouTube videos on like 90% of the affiliate posts that I have. All right. And Tahana mentions like the YouTube transcription is like pretty accurate. It's pretty amazing. And cool. So, and then Tahana says YouTube's about personality too, and just keep improving and have fun with it. Yeah, and that's the thing. Some people will like me and then other people won't, and that's totally fine as long as they have some opinion. You just don't want people to think nothing of you. So, when I look at, I guess, people that would be like competitors or people that I'm trying to really catch up with in the affiliate marketing space on YouTube, are, they have tens of thousands of subscribers. So they're like way ahead of me, and they put a lot more time into YouTube over the years, and it definitely shows. Now, and I've been told by a few people, some of which may be on here now, that like the content that I put out, especially the how-to material, is much better and sophisticated than some of the other like people that are sharing similar information. So it's interesting, and it shows me a lot of it is around marketing and stuff, and like being around at the right time, which is no excuse. I just have to figure out like the right way to tweak what I'm doing to get in front of the right people. So those are the things that I've learned. I'm trying to implement the right stuff, and I'm trying to be smart about I don't want to try and play someone else's game, and I mean, they're going to beat me, right? So, like I said, I'm trying to play to my strengths where I understand keyword research, and really, if I could, work my way into the organic results in YouTube, that'll be a huge thing. I just have to find, the right, the right keywords to get the right kind of users onto my channel, and then go from there. So, any other questions out there today? All right, cool. And I think what I'll do like next week, I'm gonna keep on putting. I'm gonna keep on doing these daily sessions, and I may or may not do the Facebook. It looks like Facebook has like bad retention. Not many people show up. Although my buddy Derek came by, and then I see Brad and Refat checked out the video and liked it, so appreciate that. But anyway, Thursday we'll probably do Q&A. I'll have to come up with some ideas for other stuff, and I'll mention David. My desk looks like a wreck over here, so I took a short video this morning, so that'll probably show up sometime next week. And then per Tahana's recommendation, I'll clean it up. So at least at the end of the video, there'll be like a before and after. So, you'll see that I'm not a total slob, just get a little messy sometimes. So, and one thing to mention, I have a couple videos on deck that I'm going to publish, and they are more website teardowns where I go through and I talk about what I like and what I don't like, and just give commentary on that stuff. So I think I may have 3. I have a few more, and I'm not 100% sure when I'll release them. I may make it Sunday, just put them all out on Sunday, just publish them all, and throw them out there. Let's see. So Tana says, you like the channel because it's not a big production and baiting people, and you are drawn to the content because it's gold. Thank you. Appreciate that. And then YouTube all the way is what David said. This is the updated mic. Does this sound better than the other days? Because, like, I'm not sure if I'll be able to hook this guy into the... Huh. You know, I'm trying to think how I can use it. I wonder if I could do a webinar jam and then monitor the YouTube live stream and watch the comments there. I'll see what I can do, because yeah, it's definitely easier to work on one device. So, and Derek, thanks for hanging out. Derek's a buddy from Atlanta, although when I lived there, we never met face to face. But Derek says on Facebook that I sound great, which is cool, because Derek had a podcast that I was on. Derek, are you still doing podcasts right now? But Derek has like a fantastic voice. I'm not sure if you were a radio guy. I probably asked you that when we spoke, but very, very smooth, deep voice. Let's see, any more questions over here? Yeah, you know, the Q&A was really good, and I hope the before and after of the desk will be. Man, there's just Post-it notes everywhere. I got to get rid of it. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. And Derek says you are still working on the podcast. Yeah, you know what? I haven't checked it out in a while. I've kind of like gotten away from podcasts for a little while. Just I'm not 100% sure why, but kind of taking a break a little bit, and I'll check it out. We'll catch up soon, Derek. All right, so I'm out of here today. Everyone have a good weekend. There'll be some videos coming out this weekend, so be sure to check them out. All right, cool. So I'm out of here. Thanks, everyone.